Week number 2's here, which means week number 1 is in the book, which means your boy came out of here on top. Looking briefly back at week number 1, 100% for all of my picks because I'm the GOAT. That's how that works. And if you watched last week's video, then you're also the GOAT because you also got 100% because we know what we're talking about here on this channel. Let's jump over into week number 2, shall we? And I'll make this bigger. You ready? There it is. So, EUnited Ghost Gaming. Bang, the hardest one to pick right now. I think these are going to be our 2 teams to look at, except only one of them, because you can't actually look at Ghost Gaming because it's called Radiance, and that's a whole nother story. But EUnited and Ghost Gaming. Radiance. I am fully on the EUnited train in all honesty, but at first glance, I think Radiance is still the stronger team. I think Scream Variety are that Fire Giant side. They are pretty nasty, and they did well even with Scream not even being the Scream that I anticipated seeing last week in week number 1. So even when Scream was down a little bit, he was able to shift and work with the team to achieve what they wanted to do. That said, you know, I think Adapting and Scream are pretty even. Variety I find a step above Benji these days, but like I mentioned last week as well, Benji could be the best solo laner this season. He absolutely has the potential to do so, and I'm here for it. The other positions, listen, I like Hurry over Big Man Tings here. I like Cyclone over Snoopy by default. Snoopy has some big highs, but I think Cyclone is just the best carry in the league right now. Eonic is where and I want to phrase this carefully because I'm not saying he's questionable. I don't question Eonic. But just simply put, the time away from the game, he's not rusty. He's here. He's settling in. He's not Aurora. Okay, can I just put it like that? Aurora is insane. Aurora is the guy. And so when I look at this, I think at first glance, we go, Radiance, no problem. But I think Whirlwind is going to be the difference maker here. Cyclone Spin has a leg up on Snoopy, but I don't think that Snoopy is any slouch whatsoever. And Scream, I expect to play better in week number 2 than he did in week number 1. So looking at this first matchup, I think that it's easy to just default Radiance. So while I made fun of everybody last week for not going EUnited, I don't think I'm going to make fun of you this time. I understand the Radiance vote. I have faith in the EUnited here. I really do have faith in the EUnited here. I'm going to lock this in, and I might be wrong. But I've got faith in this roster. I really think something wild is going to happen with these guys. Variety is just so impressive. If Radiance takes this, expect it to be off of a giant performance from Cyclone Spin or Benji. That's where I expect these performances to come from. Adapting will be adapting, but I think Scream will be able to keep him at bay. And Big Man Tings, like I said, Whirlwind will be the difference maker if this one goes EUnited the way I'm predicting. If this is Radiance, I think it has a lot to do with Benji. The next one, Renegades versus Team Rival. This is where I give you Team Rival. You know, Team Rival guys, I made fun of you last week. I'll probably continue to make fun of you as the season goes on. But this is where I sort of tip my cap to you, so to speak. When we look at Team Rival, you know, this is Fino and Twig and Sam and Panda and Polar Bear Mike. This is largely a favorites. People really like this team. Renegades, on the other hand, I mean, everybody loves Barra. Awesome Jake played his tier support last week, and it was fun to watch. Cool. Sweet. Nice. Lasbert and Solo Troll are the 2 guys on this team. They're kind of like the dark horses of the jungle solo combos as we look at the other 8 teams, right? You look at what Sam and Fino are going to be able to. I think that Lasbert and Solo Troll are unproven, right? SOT came in last season and played well, but he's still not somebody that people are like stamping there. And Lasbert in the jungle didn't really get the full chance last year, blah, 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 blah. But now it's time to put up or shut up. So these guys are kind of, there's a little bit of unknown here as far as the ceiling is concerned. We know what to expect from these guys, and they are at the very least above the middle of the pack. That's what I want to say. at the very least, above the middle of the pack. And where these guys' ceilings are is your guess as good as mine. So I'm interested in that. But overall, I think this one does go in the direction of Team Rival. If Renegades win this one, it's because Lasbra is able to devastate the middle lane, but Captain Twig isn't all that bad. So this one, I say go with the majority. Don't go against the grain. Team Rivals here. Sanguine versus Space Station. This is an interesting one because Space Station is one of my favorite teams in the league. In all honesty, I think that this is the team that I had chosen to win last year's World Championship. And that was last year when they had arguably a worse player in Hunter. Sanguine, on the other hand, impressed a lot of people. I'm very, very happy to see this swing 76%. This makes me very happy. And frankly, we're going to be slamming Sanguine a lot on this channel. But I got to be honest, I'm here to get things right. I say as I go against the grain here. And this, I have to vote for Raffer and the boys. I think that Raffer has done a phenomenal job at just being elite. Space Station is the better team than Sanguine. I think that's kind of cut and dry. I look at EUnited, Radiance, and Space Station as the top three. And Team Rival and Sanguine are kind of right there in the middle. We'll see. This will be close. I don't know if Sanguine wins one though. After that comes Knights versus Obey Alliance. And we see the old Knights, that's the old SK team, and Obey Alliance is the team that I endearingly call the leftovers. I love most of the players on this team. I like all these. I love Coach Cassier. This is such a good team for Coach Cassier. I love this because he's gained the respect of people inside his group of friends, and now externally he's a fan favorite, and this Obey Alliance team is a fan team for sure. This is the challenge for the coach, because not only is this team less prepared, I don't want to say straight up less talented, because Ducky's very strong, Wolfie's been on hiatus, Weekend had a resurgence here last year, although week one was forgettable. Wowie's always been damn good, and Bobby is a transitioning player from the console. These guys none of these guys can you just say, bad player, done. These guys can perform. Are they going to win a world championship this year? Probably not. But this is a team that comes in with good raw material, and it's the coach's job to improve this. So this Obey Alliance roster, I will make fun of a lot, but just be aware that it's in good fun, because I actually don't think that these guys are dog shit. I think we have absolutely seen some teams that are outright dog shit, and Obey Alliance is really just not that. Still not voting for them though. Let's go Knights. Then the 12th, we have EUnited versus Renegades. This is an easy EUnited slam. Everybody here is smoking hashish. I don't understand why you would go with the Renegade boys when you have Variety and Scream on the other side of the matchup. Is there, if you vote for the Renegades in-game, do they send you, do they send you something? Are they giving you $1 for every in-game vote? Because, are they giving out $5 footlongs? I don't understand why this many people would vote against EUnited 2 weeks in a row. For Radiance, I get it. But when you look, how can you look at this Renegades roster and go, yeah, you know what? They're going to beat these guys. I just don't get it. That's variety. Obey Alliance versus Radiance. We are looking at what could be the lowest performing team in the league versus the best team in the league. This one's easy. Ghost Gaming. Lock that bad boy in. Again, Ghost is Radiance. They'll be shining bright. The recap. If you vote for if you vote for Radiance over EUnited in week 2, I'm not mad at you. I don't think you're stupid. I do think EUnited can win this one. And the difference maker between EUnited and Ghost/Radiance will be how the middle lane performs. If Whirlwind does well versus Big Man Tings and in general, then EUnited take this. Whirlwind played phenomenal last week, which is why I go into EUnited. If Radiance wins, I think the difference maker will be Cyclone Spin. Rival over Renegades, Space Station over Sanguine. Very happy to see more people vote for Sanguine here, but I just don't think that they're going to be able to take down Raffer and the boys. Knights over Obey, United over Renegades, Radiance over Obey. I think those are pretty cut and dry. I expect 6 matches. I expect to get 2, 3, 4, 5. The last 3, Renegades rival. 4 to 6, I am like 100% on. 1, 2, 3, 4. I will be absurdly surprised if I'm incorrect. That would be ridiculous. Sanguine and Space Station, I can see Sanguine beating them, but I'm confident in my Space Station selection. Radiance versus EUnited is the stretch goal. This is the one that's a little bit out there. I'm going against the grain. I've explained it, and I'm sticking to it. EUnited is the vote. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and again, follow the, stuff. That's it.